Alright. Hey everyone, this is Tony Pogoric once again from the band Park in Maine. When I was doing this previously, yes, it was Oceans Over Airplanes, but now it is Park in Maine. So if you're checking into this and you're like, what's Park in Maine? And you didn't get the news to that, that is what we have been switched on over to. If you want all those reasons, that's another time, another talk. But the bigger thing is that we are back with Vinyl Side Chat. So after taking a couple months off, I've had a lot of people come up to me through over that time, and I just didn't think I had time to keep on doing it anymore, or give it its justice, and I was wrong. All right, it's something I definitely was missing, something I wanted to get back doing, and so here we are. I'm calling this now Season 2, Episode 1, and I'm going to keep this thing going. And the promise to you guys is that once a week I will be doing these Vinyl Side Chats where I'll be talking about music that I love, that's been interesting to me, and it could be brand new record releases, or it could be something old in my vinyl collection that I want to bring and share with you guys. So, without further ado, let's get started. The music that I came onto this evening is from a band that is near and dear to my heart. They are called the Early November. The Early November put out this new album on September 27th. So just a couple weeks ago, and the album is called Lilac, and it looks gorgeous from the outside. Album, the concept is so tied in, the artwork is absolutely amazing. Even has this beautiful pink vinyl that comes along with it and everything. But this is huge for so many things. One, because it's vinyl, so it definitely can be something that I want to talk about. But this is the first album since 2015 that's come out from the Early November. So their last album was called Imbue, that was put out on Rise Records, and this album that I'm talking about today should have come out about 2 years ago, and it's been in like a holding pattern for quite a while. So let's talk about that today. Why did it take so long for the Early November to put out a new album? Well, I got to actually hear this in concert last week to give in more of a specific about where everything was at. But Ace Enders is the main songwriter for the band and everything, especially these days. And but here's the deal. So Ace, when he first started putting out this album, it was pretty dark, is what he said. It was started off super depressing. It was a sad album with a theme about addiction and figuring it all out. And when he presented it and everything, they're like, it's kind of too dark for us. Is there something else that we can do? Well, Ace kind of went back to the drawing board on a bunch of this, and he remembers in their last album that he kind of held back a lot of the kind of pop stuff that was coming into his head. So when they were writing Imbue, he was having all these different pop ideas and these vocal runs and these hooks, and every time he got to that point, he decided to kind of stray away from it and said, no, I'm not going to do that with these songs. And when they went back and looked at all these songs and kind of started taking them apart and putting them back together again, he stopped basically kind of curbing himself to those kind of tendencies that he's had. And so he wanted to explore these pop sensibilities that he was going into in this pop rock kind of format, and he wanted to be genuine, and he wanted to be a little bit different and have people experience this change. And so if you are an Early November fan, this album is going to be different. It is going to be like nothing that you've heard up until this point from the Early November, and I think that's absolutely refreshing and amazing. You can tell in a lot of the vocal runs and melodies that Ace puts out there that he is definitely exploring something in the pop realm. And I know a lot of that has come to, I've heard Ace also talk about, he's been helping people with songwriting. And so in that, when you're just a songwriter, for those of you that might not know, you're writing for all different types of genres, all right? And you're hoping that almost anyone gets it picked up, because a song is a song, and it's just how you arrange it at the end of the day. And so you got to think about that stuff, and so you have to be a little bit more open-ended with a lot of your melodies, especially your vocal melodies, and they might lean more towards that pop market. And so definitely with him gaining more and more exposure in that realm of the music environment, we come to see that it's going to be present now in this record by the Early November. So once again, a little bit more history behind this album. If we're talking about what else this album is all about, is that he was actually able to record this once again in his studio, the Lumberyard Studio, which is located out on the East Coast. And it's amazing also to see how much of the recording process is actually done by Ace these days. How much of the guitar, bass, vocals, everything is kind of laid up on his shoulders. So far, if you ask me, my favorites. I love the opening track that we started today's show off with. It's called Perfect Sphere. Bubble is what it's called. For me, it's just got these awesome guitar tones that are like super chorused out. And it's something that, like I said, like it's totally different of an album opener, especially that Early November would have put out before. I'm also a huge fan of one of the singles that they put out called I Dissolve. There's just something about that song that at the end of the song, you'll know when you get to it, trust me, that just grabs me. I can't get enough of this song, just constantly listening to it over and over again. So those would be my two big choices to check out. They've already put off three singles from this disc before it even dropped, so definitely worth a listen to this album. Actually, if you're listening really close in the background is one of those songs called Ave Maria, which I think was an amazing explanation. It was actually, this Ave Maria is actually the last song that Ace has written up to this point. So this was the last original song that he's written up to this point. And basically, it was just this kind of song. He kind of talks about the desperation sometimes he goes through as a songwriter. Because for songwriters ourselves, we are constantly playing this kind of competitive game, whether we like it or not, that we're always trying to outdo ourselves. But we also have to, we have to compete with other musicians that are out there. And so this was kind of like his Hail Mary of sorts, that he was kind of throwing out there, hoping that it was something that stuck. So once again, a totally different album than what you're used to from hearing from the Early November, but I think that you guys are really going to enjoy where they're headed. Seeing this live as well, they play all their old stuff still, so if you're still holding on to that Early November that you know and love, they're going to give that to you live, but I think their set now is just so much more rounded off because of the collection of songs that they've given us now. It really makes for a cool ebb and flow in their set and what they're actually able to do. So this, like I said, is our album that I just had to share with you guys today, without a doubt. So check it out. Moving on, like I said, Park in Maine. If you're checking in here on Park in Maine, we used to be Oceans Over Airplanes. Yeah, we made a change. I'll get into that a whole nother time. The major thing of reason why we're moving away from that is that, really, if you look at Oceans Over Airplanes over the years, totally different band than when we were all those years ago. Totally different members than what we had, and I think it's just better to have a name that we can unite underneath, something with a new meaning, something with a new purpose, as we're going off into this next chapter, especially with these next group of songs that we're beginning to write and everything. So I'll leave it at that. I will talk about it more without a doubt. If you ever have questions about it, I'll definitely let you know what's going on. What's this, Jeff? Oh, hi Jeff, what's up, buddy? Good to see you as well. But if we're talking about Park in Maine news, we do have a new single that we're going to be putting out. It's called I Hate to Drive is the name of it, and we're going to have a video that was shot with a good buddy of ours, David Zuccarelli is his name, and we are going to debut that on Wednesday, October 30th, all right, in honor kind of Halloween. I will give you guys this little hint. I've been trying to drop little nuggets here and there on the internet, but it's something that's completely different that we haven't done before, and needless to say, we get dressed up a little bit differently than we normally would, let's just put it that way. So I think it fits in well with Halloween and getting dressed up. The song itself will stream 2 days later. We will debut the song on all streaming platforms on Friday, November 1st. And next week I'll tell you more about what the song is about. So once again, tune in next week and I'll talk to you more about I Hate to Drive and what the song and the meaning and everything's about, if you're wondering what all of that is. But because we're talking about music videos, like I said, it's going to be on YouTube. And I want to remind you that people need to head over to our YouTube channel today, subscribe to our page, and here's what's going to happen. A lot of times I've done this show in the past, it was only available Facebook Live. But I wanted to make these things a little bit more concrete where you could go back and listen to them and find them way easier. So we will be uploading all of these shows now. Vinyl Side Chat are going to be uploaded to our YouTube channel now. It's going to be part of the Park in Maine YouTube channel. We'll have a different playlist. That'll be all of these Vinyl Side Chats. So please make sure, go over to our YouTube, subscribe to our channel, get notifications from us so that every week when we're posting Vinyl Side Chat, you're getting a reminder about that. You're also having an opportunity to go over right now today, if you go over to our YouTube channel and subscribe to it, you'll also be able to kind of sign up for kind of our premiere party that we'll be having online for the release of I Hate to Drive. So you still have plenty of time to get that done. Like I said, we're trying to get our channel verified right now. So if you haven't gone over there and subscribed, every subscriber helps us get verified, and that allows us to do a couple extra things on YouTube that are advantageous for the band. So please head on over. If you know of anyone who you think would enjoy our music videos, or even this Vinyl Side Chat, send them over to subscribe. I'll have the link and everything in this video after I get done posting it and uploading it. So that's about the band. Now, speaking in times of music videos, this just segues me into the other thing I love doing about this show. So yeah, I love to talk about an album that's been out, but I also wanted to talk about local regional bands and what they've been up to. If you guys were able to come out to our single release show for our last single that we just put out underneath the name Park in Maine, which was called Mind Reader, we played at 18th Street Brewery with two great bands, The Flips and Tiny Kingdoms. And Tiny Kingdoms just released this past Friday a brand new single of their own. The song's called Tides. They also put out a music video for it that you can check out on YouTube. So check out Tiny Kingdoms, their song Tides. Just an awesome song. Has so many elements of everything that I love about music that I've been listening to as of late. So it's great to see a local band putting that out. It's just tremendous, tremendous, tremendous. So please go check out Tides. They're great friends of ours, but that's only part of the reason why I'm sending you over to check this out. I think the song is one of the best things that they have written to date. So please do that. So then, bringing you up to that, that's new music that I'd like to share with you in terms of more on the local scene. But let's talk about your weekend and going out and checking out local music. So we'll start off this Friday, October 18th. If you got nothing going on, you want to head down into the city. There's going to be a show at the Beat Kitchen. It's going to be with Bob Nana. Bob Nana of the band Braid, most famously. Bob Nana, I believe, has a brand new album, and he's going to be playing songs off of that. He's going to be playing with other friends of ours in The Burst and Bloom, D.H. Courier, and Sad Witches. They're going to be performing, starts 8 o'clock at the Beat Kitchen. I assume it's probably going to be like $10 to $15 at the door, but please check that out. So that's Friday night. Two options for you on Saturday. If you're thinking about staying more local and you're going to be more in the Valpo area, Franklin House is going to be having a show. It's going to start around 9 p.m. It's a free show, 21 plus obviously, because it is at Franklin House. And the band Direct Hit is coming into town. They're also going to be playing with another band called Handguns. And they will be having direct support from some local people here, the region, and Lost Years. So once again, that's at Franklin House on Saturday, October 19th, starting at 9 o'clock. Free show like it always is at Franklin House. And then the last show that I'd like to recommend to you guys, if staying in the region is not your thing, you want to get out of the region and go into the city and catch a show, I'm going to send you right back to the Beat Kitchen 2 nights in a row here. There's a friend of ours that we know runs an awesome studio in Chicago called Bricktop Recording. His name is Pete Grossman. He works with a lot of bands, but he also finds time to be in a band called High Priest. And he's going to be playing with Cloud Cruiser and Of Wolves. Now this is a little bit of a late show, so it's going to be 10 p.m. is going to be doors. Show starts at 10:30, $10 to get in, and once again, that is Saturday night at the Beat Kitchen. Now, as always at this point in the show, if you are in a band and I missed new music that you're putting out, if I missed a show that you have coming up that you want me to promote, nothing harmful of me trying to ignore you or anything else like that. Just drop a message for me, okay? Hit me up either at my personal Facebook page or on the band Facebook page, and let us know of stuff that you like to promote. Especially anything here in the region in Northwest Indiana. I definitely want to let people know what's going on, whether it's shows or new music that you have. So please let me know, and I will do my best getting it all up here. Like I said, I do this, the goal is to be doing this every week now moving on, so please make sure to send things my way. And then the other things I'll open up to you, if you guys look over here, I do have another chair. On occasion, once again, my bandmates will be joining me to do this, but anyone who wants to talk music, I don't care if you're a music lover, if you're a music photographer, or if you're a videographer, or if you run a local zine or you run a local venue and you want to talk music in the local scene and just maybe bring one of your favorite albums here that we can maybe talk about and give a little history lesson to you guys about, I'd love to do it. So don't be afraid to reach out to me. This whole thing is not just about me, it's about me exposing people to other people in the music scene here in Indiana. So if you want to join me, let me know, and hopefully we can maybe set up a date to get you here on the show, Vinyl Side Chat here, so we could actually have a chat with someone else while we're here. But like I said, I'm going to be trying to do this consistently every Tuesday moving forward. Tuesday is going to be the date that I'm going to try to be putting these things out, so you'll have that to look forward to. So hopefully that fits into your normal watching of whatever other TV shows that you guys like to watch, or whatever you like to stream or binge on these days. So in review, if you're just tuning in right now to the show, like I said, today's album was featured by, that we featured today was by the Early November. The album is called Lilac. It is streaming everywhere. Like I said, it came out September 27th, so it's out there. Buy it, stream it, share it, whatever you can. It's a fantastic album that heads into a new territory for this great band. As I said before, we have a new video coming out at the end of the month. Go over to our YouTube channel today, subscribe, get notifications so that you don't miss anything. Like I said, not only will we be posting our music videos up there, but every Vinyl Side Chat that you guys see is also going to be uploaded to our YouTube channel as well. So head on over there to catch back episodes, or if you miss a week, you know where you can go back with super easy to see something that you might have missed. And then please do check out all these local bands that I mentioned to you. I'll be trying to tag a lot of them in the descriptions after I get done uploading all this stuff, so that you can find all these bands, their music, and what they do as well. So I've been Tony Pagor. Thanks for tuning in for those of you that tuned in. And I will see you guys next week. This has been Vinyl Side Chat, and it's so great to see all of you once again. Talk to you later. Bye.
Stars.